What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode and a new season of If There's a Will, There's a Wave. I'm Jeremy, this is Cleo, and we're restoring this 1973 Loris Flybridge Sport Fisher that's taken a little bit longer than we expected. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the current build progress. We got a lot done last season, so if you're new, welcome aboard, and be sure to check out our previous episodes so you can get caught up. Without further ado, let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another installment of If There's a Will, There's a Wave. In this episode, we're going to be resealing all the windows of the cabin. So as you see here, I'm removing all the trim pieces in the interior, which clamp the window in place. And once these screws are all removed, the window is just able to pop right out. The cabin has a total of 7 windows, 3 small up front and 2 large on either side, which of course means a ton of screws. Thankfully though, I was able to con some free labor to help me get through half of them. Now that we got all the windows out, the next step was to clean up all the old caulking and get them prepped for the new sealant. Let's get to it. I do want to take a quick second to ask you guys for some guidance. As you can see here, there is a bit of corrosion that has begun on the exterior portion of the aluminum window trims. I did try using some very fine abrasive polish to try to clean it up, but it made very little difference. I was wondering if you guys have any recommendations. While we're on the topic of tangents, I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to show you a cool trick that Cleo showed me, in which she climbs the ladder to the boat by herself. I promise you, she learned this trick all on her own. She just surprised me one day when I was up on the boat, and she suddenly just popped up. What can I say, man? I raised a badass. Definitely ready to be a boat dog. Okay, you ready? You ready? Let's go. Come on, let's go up. Go slow, okay? Take it easy. Didn't do that good. Getting back to the window project, as you can see here, I'm grinding down the corners of the scraper in order to not gouge the fiberglass when removing the old caulking. Once we got the big stuff off, I went around with a rag and acetone to get everything down to clean, bare fiberglass. Of course, we also had to clean the back sides of all the windows in order to make sure that we had a watertight seal. Here we do a quick test fit and start taping up the perimeter of the window in order to easily remove the excess silicone and leave a clean finish. It's all in the prep with these things, so taking the time to do this now will make sure the job is cleaner and easier when all is said and done. I will admit, with this first window I did mess up by not having taped the window trim edge, which you'll see later in the video, but still the window was effectively sealed. I did have a lot of excess silicone squeezed out of the sides, which is a good sign. Better to have put too much than to have gaps. That way I know that there's a solid seal all the way around. That's the first window done, now just 6 more to do. It's all pretty much the same thing for the rest of the windows. These did have some wiper motors that also needed to be resealed, so we simply removed them, put some silicone in the hole, and put them back in. For each of the windows, I put a large bead of silicone all around the inner lip, followed by a smaller bead between the edge on the bolt and my tape line. This gave me an effective squeeze out, assuring a solid seal. Here you can see I taped the perimeter of the window trim, which will help keep it clean and give a professional look to the install. And off with the last piece of tape. Here you can see the difference between putting tape on just the perimeter as opposed to all the edges. Clearly, the latter is the better method. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is 15 gallons of beer. If you made it this far, I thank and congratulate you with a sneak peek of another upcoming episode. Here I have a 15-gallon kegerator that I plan to install in place of the old refrigerator inside of the cabin. I got extremely lucky and was able to find this used on OfferUp for a steal at $150, as these normally go upwards of $500 to $700 brand new. According to my measurements, it's going to fit perfectly in the space of the old refrigerator, and all we'll have to do is drill a small hole for the beer line. Stay tuned for a future episode. Thanks for watching.